when I was a child, I was very shy, like extremely shy and scared of everything. And when I started dancing, it helped me a lot to gain more confidence and to feel my body, to understand my body. So in this aspect, it changed like everything.
There's a reason why there are levels. You don't go in math and I start with addition and then I want to do calculus. No, it's a process. And yes, maybe the addition is easy for you, but addition is not only 2 plus 2. It can also be a very large number, right? So it's a practice.
You are very far
away
for me. So here we are with Roberto Magdalena. How are you?
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to the backstage.
Thank you for having us.
We are in the Casa de Bachata Festival and they are invited as artists. You are a bachata couple, right?
Yes.
And where are you from?
Well, I'm like from a very small town in the middle of Hessen, like in the middle of Germany.
Germany.
Yes.
And I'm from Mexico.
You are from Mexico.
I'm from Mexico.
What is doing a Mexican man in Germany?
Yes, so I arrived around 9 years ago to do my master's. I was a mechanical engineer and I did my master's in Hamburg. So I was there for the studies, then I started working, but at the same time I started dancing bachata, started learning, and that's how it happened.
And when you met, right? How did you meet each other? How was the first time?
So we actually met in Hamburg because we both studied in Hamburg.
Ah, you were studying together?
No, not together.
Not together.
We met at the bachata party.
Ah. In the dance floor?
In the dance floor, yes.
How was the moment? Or it was at the beginning like a friend?
It wasn't anything actually. We actually, I think the first time that we met each other was at an open air.
Yeah.
I was with a friend of mine. We were just dancing with everyone. So that's the first time that we danced, but nothing happened, nothing, absolutely.
Yeah.
Just with time, we started going to the parties and we met there, we danced a few songs and that's it.
Yeah.
And just with time, we decided, hey, we both want to get better at bachata. So let's start practicing together. So that's why we started, and then months came by and with time it happened, everything. It just evolved. But it was a pretty long process. I mean,
like
at
one
least
and a half years.
like 1.5 years or something. Yes.
So fast. And now you are doing classes, right? In Ulm.
Yes, we have our own dance school there.
How is working there?
Good.
Good?
Yes, we started like I said, as a mechanical engineer, and she was a social worker before, and we started doing classes while still having our full-time jobs. And we did this for like 2 years, and we started building the school, doing more classes and everything, up until the point like 1.5 years ago or 1 year ago around, that we quit. And now we are full-time, only dedicated to bachata.
Was a easy decision to quit everything?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
100%.
Yes, we are, I think...
were you scared maybe? Or?
No, because, I think for us, it was working. And we didn't just quit from nothing with the hopes of having something. We were really working so much that we said, hey, having this other job is actually not letting us grow more.
Yeah.
So it was a decision where it was planned. It wasn't like, okay, let's do it and let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Everything was already there.
Okay. Yeah. So actually you were earning already money and
Yes.
it was working. So yes. And I have seen as well that you have a huge community in Instagram and YouTube.
Yes.
And this video is for YouTube, for the platform. And we know both that it's not so easy to have so many followers. How did you start with this YouTube channel, and how was the idea to start? How was?
So I think it was actually at our beginning of starting to dance bachata together and thinking about doing it a little bit more into a professional area. And it was a time of Corona. So right before Corona, we started to give classes in Hamburg, and then we had to stop like after a month or something. And then we were like, okay, what should we do? So we started to film some videos for YouTube. At the beginning, it was only dance videos, and then we started like, let's do something more. We want to contribute to the dance scene a little bit, because we also know that there are many people that like don't have the opportunity to take classes. It's maybe because they don't have money for classes, or they live in a country where they cannot like take classes because there are no teachers. Yeah,
Yes.
so this was...
But let's, a small correction, we started with Instagram first.
Oh, that's
It was Instagram first in, I think, March 2020 or something, March or April 2020. And we started with YouTube November, December 2020. So it was at the first, like, and it was everything planned, okay? Because before we didn't have social media. We didn't have like Instagram. Maybe we had a profile, but we didn't post. We were a little bit anti-social media. We were like, we don't care about that. We don't want to share our life. So in the moment where we decided to do it as a couple, dance couple, it was everything. Let's make it worth it. Let's just not post something and hope that it works.
Yeah.
It was analyzing the algorithm. It was like we had a list of like how many likes do I get in the first hour? How many likes do I get in 24 hours? If the video is this long, what happens? If we choose these songs, what happens? So it was very analytical, and that helps us a lot on Instagram because there were no reels back then, and it was very difficult to grow. So having this analytical thing helped us a lot to understand what the people wanted. So we got like, I don't know, maybe 10,000 followers on Instagram in 6 months, which back then,
Yeah.
or maybe now it was difficult, but it was really obsessing about the numbers.
Yeah.
And like she said, when we started on YouTube, it was because of this need of, okay, let's just start sharing what we know. We knew that we weren't the best, but and we're still not. But we knew that there were a lot of people that we could share basic stuff, the basic steps of bachata. Hey, how to learn bachata during quarantine, how to do your basic step to the side and to the front. And with time, we just started keeping it, but it was always with a goal of growing it. And it was very, very, very analytical, I would say.
It's very interesting because I speak about that in my ebook about how important it is to setting goals, is to have a plan and setting goals. Because if you don't have a plan, actually, normally it doesn't work,
Yes, exactly.
right?
And this is, what happens a lot actually. Like you start something and you kind of hope for the best, but no one who is successful actually like created something not on purpose. It's like, and there's no success overnight, something like this. It's just the people didn't know you before, and the 3 years that you worked before not being visible or anything, and then like after 3 years maybe you kind of explode. But you had like these.
So, but
You put the work.
Yeah.
Yes, you put the work. Uh-huh.
So you have been working 3 years for one night or for in the next day
Exactly.
to be famous, but
And
it
then
was 3 years.
And then when people say this overnight success, you
Yeah,
just went
overnight
viral. But
success.
they don't see like the other 3 years where you
Yeah.
posted 100 videos that got 30 likes and 50 views. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like that. So it's working actually with a plan.
Yes.
That's very important.
And something that I want to say as well, we watch other profiles. So we were looking, okay, other dance couples similar at the moment in 2020, 2021. I think it was Yanis and Zoe was one of them, where we were like, okay, these guys, they're exploding on social media. They're doing something
What are
right.
they doing, right?
So we really looked at them, the kind of videos that they were posting. Oh, they're dancing outside. Maybe we should dance outside as well. So it's not copying the same songs or the same moves, but it's like, look, they are using a nice camera. So maybe and other people that are super nice dancers, but they're filming with a phone in super bad resolution. So it was like, okay, if we are not like the top of the world, how can we stand out? And it was okay, let's try to do it in a beautiful location. Let's try to have very nice equipment and nice sound. Let's just edit the video and put the song instead of just posting it with the sound of the room, for example. And it worked. I mean,
But this is you have humility to say, okay, we are not, because nowadays the best dancers, so it's dance, but you were like, okay, we are not the best dancers, or we are improving as well, but we want to share what we know to the people who doesn't know. You know, it's nice to have it, and that's why I think you are successing in the YouTube channel and Instagram. And yeah, look for reference and learn from them is very interesting.
Okay, guys, so before we continue, if you're liking the content so far, make sure to do the following. We want you to do a like. We want you to comment which answer was the best you think. Like Rigo should always ask this question to everyone, and at least subscribe, because if you like this content, he's only gonna do it even better every time, and the guests that he's bringing are awesome. Okay, so let's continue with the video.
About your dance, you dance bachata sensual, right?
Yes.
How would you define, okay, bachata sensual, but how would you define your own style dancing?
Do you want to do it or me?
I'm still thinking about it. I think we have a kind of very soft style of dancing, and the connection is very important. So sometimes you cannot do everything at the same time. So some people are like super musical, the others are super soft, or they have like a great connection. Like for example, Yanis and Zoe, this is something that really stands out for them, and which is very beautiful to watch. And others are like they have high energy and they give power and something like this.
You hear, you see every clack, clack,
Every
everything.
musical.
For us, I think also the leading and the following, the technique is super important. We really believe in the methodology of Bachata Sensual from Corky and Judith. So we try to apply as much as possible in our dance, following the correct technique. Yes.
You are very engineer, right?
Yes.
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 That's the reason why everything is working as well.
Right.
Because he really puts his mind to something and he tries to understand the whole thing and not only like, let's try.
Yeah.
Because he wants to make his time worthwhile.
Yes, I believe like everything that has been invented everything that exists has already been invented. So I always try to tell her, hey, let's just not try to invent the wheel. Let's research. Let's see what already works and let's do it. Because like she said, we do of course try and error,
Yeah.
but very few things are coming from, oh, this came exactly from my imagination and I have no idea if it works, let's do it. We're always like,
Yeah.
okay, this came from my imagination. Let's see how it's done correctly, and we research that.
Now let's do some questions for the people that they have not begun dancing, so they have not started still, but they would like, maybe they are thinking about it, okay? What would you say to someone that watch the videos in Instagram but they think, okay, maybe it's not for me or it's too late for me? What would you say to these people that they would like it to try to dance, to start dancing, but they are not doing that?
So we have very often in our dance school, especially men who like call us and they're like, I'm thinking about taking a class, but I'm a complete beginner. I've never danced before. And we're like, well, that's what we're here for, right? Like we're dance teachers. We want to show people dancing and it's not about coming with any experience. And I think that's the job, or that's like the motivation that also dance teachers have to grow the community, to show people the amazing passion that we have, and not only people who have talent or people who have already danced since they are 5 years old. So we want to share with everyone this. So we always try to motivate everyone and say, hey, let's just try. If you don't like it, you can still stop.
And from the other side, we also have a lot of other people that want to skip levels, and they want to say, hey, I've been dancing socially I go to parties 2 months, I do workshops, I want to go to your advanced class. And we're like,
No.
we're a little bit, we're very surprised because we're like, where does this confidence come from? And something that I would advise everyone is don't skip levels. Like there's a reason why there are levels. You don't go in math, like as an engineer, and I start with addition, and then I want to do calculus. No, just a process. And yes, maybe the addition is easy for you, but addition is not only 2 plus 2. It can also be a very large number, right? So it's a practice thing, and the same with the dance. It's all about learning the basics, learning the correct technique, the correct figures, and in a structured way so that you can actually make progress in the future. So our recommendation is to take classes
regularly.
Yes, even though we are very popular from the tutorials, we think the tutorials are an extra.
Yeah.
It's not a only thing. For us, the main thing to learn the dance is to go to a dance school and to learn it correctly. From there, at least 1 class a week, if more better, at least 1 social a week, if possible, because you need the practice to get better, to practice not only the 1 hour a week and that's it, and go to festivals and stick with it and take your time. And always think that you can learn something. Don't think, oh, I'm already an intermediate, so why should I visit an improver class? I'm not gonna learn anything.
Yeah.
This is like the worst thing. We think we can always learn something, you know? There's always maybe a little thing that somebody explained different and you catch that and it was like, oh wow, I wasn't doing that. And now it feels better, even though you knew the movement. So this is something that we would recommend for everyone to do.
How do you think that dancing transform your life? Because so many persons go to the classes in order to be more active, to do like a sport, and they think at the beginning, okay, let's go dancing just for doing a sport. or but how do you think dancing is not just that, but it can as well transform your lives?
Like, I think for me it was a very big change because when I was a child I was very shy, like extremely shy and scared of everything. And when I started dancing, it helped me a lot to gain more confidence and to feel my body, to understand my body. So in this aspect, it changed like everything.
Yeah.
And also when we started giving classes, for me at the beginning, like I'm more introvert person, and it was not like I was struggling to talk in front of the people, but I was like, I don't have anything to say or something. And so he started a lot talking by himself and giving the class alone, and I was there. But now I think I talk actually like almost like we talk 50.
Like you, right?
But it took me a while to start talking, but now I love it and I enjoy it a lot. Like in comparison to what I did professionally before, like a social worker, I feel so much more authentic when I teach dance and I feel like myself than when anything else that I've ever done before.
Okay.
So
And I think it's also, I mean, we have like not every week, but it comes often that students of ours come and they are super grateful. Like, thank you so much that you are here. Thank you so much for bringing us to this community. It's not only the bachata, it's the dance community, how people can come from their jobs and maybe, and then just can distract themselves, or not even distract but enjoy life a little bit more, but because maybe sometimes they come frustrated or something, and we forget sometimes actually ourselves to realize that this happens because we are sometimes super focused on, oh, we have 15 classes a week and we're a little bit tired, okay, and every few months comes someone crying and telling us, thank you so much that you're here, you've changed my life and everything. So it's always super humbling to receive this feedback and to know, okay, what we're doing is good for the people.
How do you feel when you listen this kind of feedback?
I think we feel very different because I'm not that much of a sentimental person, so I feel a little bit more like, is that true? like
Skeptic.
Not skeptic, but like it makes, even though for me it was the same, it's not like something that I would say out loud normally. So
Yeah.
So it comes a little bit for me. I think it's more of a bit of an awkward moment for me in that sense because I'm not used to this sharing of emotions. Uh-huh.
And how do you feel?
I always have to cry almost myself. No, but I think I get it. But it's most of the time that usually in our normal life, or also when we started doing YouTube, it was during Corona, so there was nothing, no feedback. There were only like likes and comments, but it's nothing that you feel. It's not something you read and like, okay,
Yeah.
whatever.
You
But
feel the hold on.
later-
You feel the negative. The one negative comment from the 100, you feel that one, but the other 99 positive is like
Yes.
nice.
And then after Corona and we started going to events again, there were people talking to us that we've never met before, and they're like, I watched your videos, thank you so much. And we're like, wow, that's you.
Right?
Uh-huh.
There are really people that are watching. It's not like
Not only numbers.
robots, not
Yeah.
numbers. So-
It's real.
yeah, I think it's really realizing what it does to people, even if you give classes like 50, like he said, like 15 classes per week. And you're like, maybe you also have your frustrations or you're tired or whatever. And then realizing, but it makes something and the people feel something with that. That's very beautiful.
Yeah.
So
And I have a game for you. You have to choose between A or B. Okay, two options
we have to choose together or separately.
separately. Okay? So, what do you prefer in holidays? Go to the beach or mountain?
Beach.
Beach.
Okay, both of you, because we are living in
I
Germany.
love mountains.
Yeah.
Beach.
I like mountains, but I don't like hiking. So
Okay. Classes. Private classes or group classes?
Pride.
oof, I would say 50-50 for me because I also enjoy private class. I like the direct feedback.
Okay. Festivals or classes in your school?
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
We need to cut this one. No. Both depending the time. Depending on, let's say like this, depends on.
I really enjoy the atmosphere in the workshops. So the people usually come a little bit more energized and
Okay.
it's fun. And in the dance school, it's more the opposite. The people come tired because they come from their work.
Uh-huh.
But the impact that you have on the people that come regularly is a lot higher. So this is what I enjoy
That
as well a lot.
That's true. I think it's like I like both because it's different. Like she said, in the workshops, the people
Yeah.
come already motivated. They come and you are part of it. And in the dance school, very often the responsibility of we need to motivate them. So in this case, I find workshops more enjoying, but at the same time, I feel like on the dance school, on the classes, the impact that we have on their dance is more. That they are, because a workshop sometimes it goes faster. We explain a little bit less technique, or they already learn 15 combinations or 10 combinations on the same day, so they're not that much sticks.
Yeah.
And in a class, they're only coming from one time. That's it.
Yeah.
So they learn more.
Yeah.
And this is very rewarding.
Okay. And now you can send the interview to somebody, to another dance couple or whoever from the dancing, and I will try to do the interview with them. So you can choose, agree with
Okay.
together.
Okay. And what happens if you already interviewed them? Then another one,
one.
right? Okay. ¿Quién quiere? German couple?
Yeah,
German couple? Okay. Okay.
Guillermo and Anastasia.
Guillermo and Anastasia?
I have already.
You have already. Okay.
Edu and Natalia.
Edu y Natalia.
Edu y Natalia.
Edu y Natalia.
Edu y Natalia, you are officially invited for my interview. So thank you very much, Roberto Magdalena, and it was a pleasure. So I have learned a lot with you, and I wish you really luck in your and success in your YouTube channel and in all your projects.
Thank you so much, Rigo. Thank you for having us. We had a very good time.
Yes.
And we're excited to see what Edu and Natalia have to say.
Edu and Natalia,
Yes.
so be ready for that. So we say now goodbye from La Casa de Bachata Festival in Nuremberg.